What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your friendly neighborhood gamer, Super Dope here, joined by my fellow teammate and caster, Robo Creator. Say how's it going?
I ain't sitting out.
How's it going?
And we are back for the very first match of Stage 2 for the ECFL. We have Plus Ultra going up against BOMBYX.
We are actually seeing 5 BOMBYX members right now, which is not supposed to be a thing. We need to make sure, let them know there was only supposed to be 4 members in. But we've also, because this is Stage 2, we've been seeing some roster changes. On Plus Ultra side, they Bomb went to go to Overheat, and then instead they've taken up Brainjacks, who I actually got to meet at OC6. He's a cool guy. He's never really played combat before, but I do know he played it out of Arena, so we'll see how well he's able to translate these skills over to this new game. And we actually are seeing someone drop out. It looks like Keyboard Willie is unable to play for some particular reason. It looks like they possibly subbed him out for someone else. So, I believe me and my fellow caster here are ready to go, and I will tell the members to start.
Yeah, both teams, 4 members, should be ready to go. We should have things starting soon. Our first map of the day is going to be Surge. Surge is a payload map. As you guys know, if it is your first time tuning in, the attacking team, their objective is to push this Flamingo here all the way to the first checkpoint, which is around this bend through this room here with a lot of cover all the way to that checkpoint right there. We have both teams readied up, so the first point will be underway very shortly. Any predictions you have going on for this map? What do you want to see on attack here?
Well, on attack side, we're seeing a phase come out from Mythic Saber, but he's playing it on Nova, which is, in my opinion, a questionable decision.
45 seconds. Strategy.
Oh, we got strategy coming in
Let me know what my team
from Mythic. It looks like they're using the open chat, something we don't usually see. But maybe we can listen in.
Wait, we got a comment. We got 2 Novas and a Pulsar. I think that's good.
Oh, the Great Flamingo race. It looks like number 2 makes it first. Who is number 2 over there? Oh, is that Bisque? Yep.
It's Bisque.
The clear winner.
That was hilarious. It was great. So, honestly, I don't really have too many predictions for the stage because obviously there's new members from Plus Ultra. So we will see, like, in the Stage 1, they didn't do as well as they could have, so I'm hoping to see some improvement in the interim. So yeah, this is just game 1 of the stage. And so we're going to see the round here start.
Yep, the attacking team, they are stacking up on the left side. It looks like they get a little separated, but they make their way into the first room as they put 1 member on the payload. So the payload is moving. The first pick comes out though.
A flank there by Odin. It looks like he phased the very beginning to get rid of, dodge that threat wave, and he just managed to get a kill off that. And it looks like they got 1 member and 3 of them going down. So while it was an interesting tactic, it clearly didn't work out for them as well.
Another great pick at the end by Mythic Saber though, and the payload is moving with 2 members on it. A good job by them for getting those picks there. And now they're gonna have an easier way. The deck comes in, doesn't get much damage, and Brainjacks goes down. So now 4 members alive from BOMBYX, and they're doing a great job pushing it out here so far. We have the aggression coming up from the Novas. Looks like Odin is gonna go down, and he does. And the payload's still chugging along here, very close to the first checkpoint now. Knight is just there by himself. He gets taken down very low and then taken out. So another full wipe.
Yeah, looks like right now it looks like Plus Ultra is just unable to really cope with these Novas that are getting up in their face, because right now they've only got. We actually see Odin swapping off Pulsar to Meteor, but it was too little too late at this case, and they were unable to really just keep BOMBYX's momentum back. Like, they had that comment on payload pinging anyone who got close, and they had that Pulsar getting chip damage from mid-range, and they had those 2 Novas just getting in the mincer, and it was just kind of crushing the defense.
Yep.
They didn't really have the ability to respond too well.
Payload mobilized.
We also saw a lot of staggering as well coming from Plus Ultra's side. You see a massive stagger actually happen right there. With
so the gate will open up, the second point will start, and we have the offense kind of going in by himself there. We have Intellectual pushing all the way up to the choke here, putting a lot of pressure on, but Bisque does go down, and a flank from behind takes out Knight. Great positioning there from BOMBYX. It seems like they've really gotten their act together this stage, and the payload will continue to move. Really great push by them. They sent 2 members around the back there.
Yeah, we saw Amoeba pushing up in front, and it looks like he wasn't really trying to push in to get damage or anything. He was just like, haha, I'm here, look at me, and 2 of his members went, nope, we're here instead, and they just got some kills from behind, and that looked like that was the whole plan.
Oh, the reinforcements, they throw the phase, but I mean, they throw the stun, but the phase comes out, completely baits that Ordinance there, went right through him, and Knight goes down early in the fight. Is looking good for BOMBYX still. They managed to take down BOMBYX too, and the payload has not even stopped this whole time. It's still moving. Finally, some pressure on the payload as Manbear Pit goes down. Brainjax goes down after, though, and it looks like Odin is the only survivor here. He gets focused down, and the payload will continue to move on.
Yeah, BOMBYX has had some crazy momentum for this. They just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and Plus Ultra is reacting rather than acting instead, and they're unable to really cope with this kind of this momentum. It's just continuing on with them, and they're trying. It's just not going well for them. And like that was like the first time BOMBYX dropped off the payload, and it was mostly of their own choice. They weren't forced off of it too much. They got forced off it a little bit, but then they took it and they left it intentionally get a kill and went right back to it. And we see 4 minutes and 46 seconds going into this third checkpoint.
We have Mythic moving all the way up by himself here. Oh no! He comes behind Odin and gets the pick. Oh man, he just was not seen there at all, and already off to a good. Oh, Cupper goes Gnome in the back though, so an even trade here, 3v3 happening, but the payload making a lot of progress this whole time. They're not really putting any pressure on it. We have Intellectual being chased now by but he turns around and takes out Brainjax. A nice reaction there and finishes off the kill on Knight as well. So it looks like BOMBYX are having a really dominant attack here with barely any contestation on the point. They're making insane time with 4 minutes and 6 seconds in the time bank. Incredible.
Yeah, BOMBYX has been doing really well here. Right now, BOMBYX is just getting all these kinds of crazy flanks on, and Plus Ultra is just being caught unawares completely, and the attack just comes in, get a kill, and that just continues on.
Oh, a good couple picks there from Plus Ultra.
Yeah,
finally, things starting to slow down. Mythic is so below there, but he is phased, so they can't really do anything about it.
We see he's still on critical health, and he finally gets back, and it's kind of like really close to the edge.
They gotta put the bodies on the payload. Oh no, he goes down. Oh, a last second contest though. Is it enough? No, he gets focused down.
And the detonator from Covered Gnome comes in. So
very impressive.
That round was solidly in the favor of BOMBYX from start to finish. I think they were only forced off the payload once or twice, and even then they managed to pull it back. Like there was only a few moments in that entire match where the payload wasn't moving, which was really good by BOMBYX. They were capitalizing on their momentum constantly. They just kept pushing forward and forward and forward, and Plus Ultra was kept off balance the whole game, and it seemed like, at least the whole round, and it seemed like they were constantly switching loadouts here. We see Mythic actually, sorry, we had to switch teams.
Yeah, I'm switching
We saw Odin switch from Pulsar to Meteor to Comet back to Pulsar. We're actually seeing a crash on Brainjax's side, unfortunately. Lots of crashes the last couple of days with
he's back.
Stabilization update. Yeah, he's back now before the round even starts, so that's good. So, like I said before, it looks like BOMBYX pretty much had their loadout and their playstyle good to go, and they had a plan, and they were following it out really well. And Pulse Ultra is like, they weren't really sure what was working and what wasn't working. They were constantly switching it up, and it was constantly changing their dynamic they're not used to, I guess. And so we will see how well they're able to do this time. We are seeing some interesting strategies coming out from Plus Ultra. Like at the very beginning, we saw Odin try and dodge a threat wave with a phase and get some kills. He got one before getting murdered by BOMBYX, so we'll see how well they're able to attack on this time.
Yep. Round 2 coming up. Now we have Plus Ultra on the attack. Odin Senpai, though, getting taken out very early. The boost still going down to the middle, though. Brainjax falls as well, and now it's just Bisque by herself, and she gets taken out. And that's a full wipe on the side of BOMBYX. No progress for the payload as of yet. But Plus Ultra will be responding back very quickly.
So Plus Ultra definitely tried to get a bit more aggressive there. They went, okay, well, we've got superior spawn times. All we need is one pick, and we'll do it. And they all try to rush out and get one pick, but it looks like
they went out right down the middle. This time they're going out of the side. With a little more success, they make it all the way down to the other team. The fight breaks out. They have to focus on a member here. It looks like they're a little split up, though, and Bisque and Odin both go down. So they're going to have to reset again. Except we have, oh man, grabbing for his life on the payload. He does get taken down, and the payload stopped pretty early. Not too much progress. We have a lone member of Plus Ultra coming out by themselves here. See how that pans out.
He's actually able to get a kill, maybe even another one here.
Yeah, he picks up the kill on Nova. He's still alive here. Hasn't get taken down yet. I don't know exactly what was going on there, but finally he gets taken out.
We do see Bisque overtaking another pick at the back, Mythic Saber. So right now it looks like if Plus Ultra is able to do this quickly, they could actually take advantage of their 4v3 situation here. But they have to do this fast. They're BOMBYX's 4th member is already coming back right now, so if they want to take advantage of this, they have to go now.
Yep, we do
And it
see
looks
Plus
like
Ultra coming out in
they're
a
a
single
bit
file
too
line
slow.
here. They're not really stacking up, kind of just floating out on their own. They do take up the space, and they are finally pushing the payload. It looks like they're pretty grouped up, so they're in a decent position, but they're not getting any picks. A fight is going to break out soon, and it does. Odin goes down, though, and from behind, nice play by Carbo Gnome to take out Knight, and it looks like another hold here coming out from BOMBYX.
Oh, we're seeing
gonna
some
have
weird
Brainjack's
lag
fall.
there.
Yeah, I saw a little teleportation go down from Bisque, but it looks like she's going to fall, and she does. As she does, the
50
reset comes in,
seconds
though,
left.
and now they're just kind of going one after another to the payload, just trying to get as much progress as possible, but the clock is ticking. 45 seconds left. What do we need to see out of
BOMBYX
Plus Ultra right now?
I don't really know. I guess we just need to we need to see more aggression and more focus fire. We do see them trying to be more aggressive, but
Right.
their execution is lacking. They're just like going out there and just go, okay, go. And
Right.
then really
I
say,
see
"Go
them
get this
boosting
guy."
together, but once they get their look, they focus on different targets, and that's the problem. When you need to focus fire on that same target and take them down. If you go after different people, you're not going to get the maximum value out of all that boosting and stacking and damage. And then that is what we see, and they are not able to complete any of the kills, and they get taken down again.
10.
So it's really
Yeah,
the team that is
barely.
focus firing versus the team that is kind of splitting up here.
5.
Yeah, like it looks like right now Plus Ultra's got like the first half of the equation, I guess, or like at least the first third. They're saying, okay, we need to press W here. But
Overtime
they need to talk
is in
about
effect.
who to press W and then where and when to press W.
And
we just see
they get
BOMBYX
chewed
kinda
off the
tearing them
payload,
apart.
and that is going to be it. BOMBYX wins the first map pretty handily. A great display of offense and defense by them. You really like to see it. They were having a hard time in the last stage, and it looks like they really improved or got that practice time in between. So great performance from BOMBYX. Takes it 1-0. We'll be back with the second map after a short message from our sponsors.
This is Pitt, and he takes creating lenses pretty seriously. That's no surprise, because he has been creating innovative lenses and coatings for the German market since 10 years in his laboratory he started back in 2004. This is Pitt, and he takes creating lenses pretty seriously. That's no surprise, because he has been creating innovative lenses and coatings for the German market since 10 years in his laboratory he started back in 2004.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to our second map of the day, which is going to be another payload map, Fission. So what can we expect on this map, Robo?
Well, again, it's another payload map, like you said. So we'll see an attack and defense side from both teams. We're seeing Plus Ultra and defense starting off again. So last on Surge, they were pretty much steamrolled from the beginning all the way to the end. BOMBYX ended with like 2 minutes, I think at least, on Surge, which is like a record almost. Surge usually goes down to like the last minute, last second kind of thing. And we saw BOMBYX pretty much shut down the attack for Plus Ultra. So we'll see. I'm not really sure. We're seeing Plus Ultra go back to its usual loadout of Pulsars and Novas. Actually, I'm surprised Odin isn't actually running a Meteor or Comet. He usually does, but he's been a pretty flexible player all around. Both teams were seeing no threat scan. BOMBYX is running just a phase instead of a threat scan, whereas Plus Ultra is just running quad heals. We're still seeing a stun out from Knight, and we're actually seeing him switch off to Nova.
The great Flamingo race is happening. We have Bisque all the way in front here.
Bisque is in the lead!
Looks like she's going to take it again. And she
Bisque
does!
wins 2-0!
Bisque just a dominant Flamingo racer in the Flamingo League.
True. Unable to be just matched by any of her teammates.
Oh, by the way, we got our first ever ECFL subscriber during the break there. So big shout out to Whirlwind Winter for subbing to the ECFL. You can cheer for us now too. We're affiliates on Twitch, so hooray.
And we're seeing the team spawn out. We're seeing Plus Ultra take very close positions here, so we'll see how BOMBYX is going to... They're going to react with their usual aggression. We're getting a re-grab.
They go all the way out. Oh, they get deaded on the way in, though, so they do go down low, but no one dies. Knight goes down early, though, so that is a really good pick for BOMBYX, and
Wow.
Cupboard Gnome looks like he takes out 3 there. The triple kill coming in, and a 4th! A clean
He takes
sweep!
out all 4 with his Nova. A dominant performance by him and his team. They rushed out there, they needed to get the kills, and not only did they get 1 pick, they just wiped the whole team before actually touching the bird. That was interesting. That was a good play on their part. They played the way they needed. They killed the team, then they pushed the payload and they took the space, and now we're gonna see Plus Ultra come back. They're gonna try and go again. We're seeing them stop up a little bit earlier, but we're seeing them just go straight into the payload instead.
Yep,
Detonators
boost
coming
comes
out on
in.
both sides.
Intellectually takes out Brainjacks, which is good for the attacking team. We have a phase going off, so the payload is not moving currently. Manbear Pig takes out Bisque though, so it's a 3-on-2, a 4-on-2 actually. Odin goes down 2, and now it's just Knight left. And he's not going to be able to contest this payload. It's going to move in. And that first point is just about captured.
Yeah, doing it in 1 minute and 10 seconds, now having almost 4 minutes going into this second checkpoint.
And a big stagger on Brainjacks there, which is going to help them out get even more distance throughout this tunnel. So we have a Plus Ultra setting up a little further back now on the defense.
Yeah, we are seeing BOMBYX just not caring and just going straight in, trying to get a kill here. We're seeing Cupboard go.
Oh, he managed to get a
the
pick in the
kill.
2v1, but finally goes down. So it's a 3-on-3 here. The payload should move even further out. It looks like they're not going to be able to push into the tunnel. Oh, it looks like that stun is not going to get anyone. A second stun comes through on the hand of Plus Ultra. It looks like I still don't think they got anyone.
No, but Mythic Saber tried to get a jump out from like a trap almost, and he got some damage on and phased, and now it looks like he just came in from behind, and he's gonna clean some stuff up.
Yep, this payload's gonna keep on
Brainjack's
moving
finally
really
going down.
quickly with 3 people on it too, and they're not gonna have another chance to contest here. The payload will make it to the 3rd section of Fission, and it looks like a
Another
stagger here in the
virtual
tunnel.
clean
Is he going to
sweep.
go back to his spawn, or is he just gonna chill there for a little bit?
We actually saw a double kill, each by
Goes
Covered
back.
and an Intellectual to take that last little tunnel, and they pushed straight out. Again, we're seeing that looks like Mythic Saber up there on his own. He's been
That's
it is
Covered,
Covered
yeah.
Gnome. Covered Gnome is just sitting in that corner, waiting to
He
just
is
jump out and
unnoticed.
get a
He is
pick.
sneaking around the back. They do not know they're there. Let's check out this flank here. Again, they're pushing it up the hill. We have the flank coming around right from behind. They're gonna make the attack. The deck comes in and Odin goes down. They collapse from both sides. A little slow on the approach though, so a couple of their teammates are already down, and now it's just a 1v1 here. Mythic gets the kill though, a huge kill, because now they're gonna get all this progress uncontested. Had he died, he would have had to reset with his team. The other team would have been back by now, but now it's just free distance. The resets come in, and they're gonna be in great position here up the hill.
Yeah, we actually saw the weakness of not having any threat scan on Plus Ultra side. They got flanked by 2 members, and if they had the threat scan, they would have gone, okay, there's only 2 on payload. Go! Oh, there's only 2 behind us. Go! They could have picked a front and just gone for it, but in this case, it looks like they were unable. They had a chance to win that last team fight, and they, unfortunately, in the tunnel, they were unfortunately able to pull it through, with Mythic Saber just taking 3 out.
Yep, and that's it. Not even one contestation at the end there. It's a really fast time also by BOMBYX, showing some dominant performance here tonight.
They actually finished with 3 minutes and 56 seconds to spare, which is a really dominant. They had a lot of momentum in this payload as they did in the last one, really showing their stuff, I guess. Just kind of pushing forward, able to just capitalize on their momentum, and we saw Mythic Saber also just jumping out from weird angles and just ambushing people in crazy. Both Covered Gnome and Mythic Saber are doing a pretty good job at that. They're jumping out on Plus Ultra before they're really able to react. And we can see the weakness without the threat scan right there. If you had threat scan, you'd be able to see all those little weird flanks and all those weird angles they're getting ready to jump out on you from. And without that, they're just getting crushed from every angle. Flanks are super effective against this team for the moment. Although Plus Ultra has the option to do the same thing to them. We see BOMBYX isn't running a threat scan either. So
Yep, we've seen a couple of instances there where Plus Ultra didn't check their blind spot and got a hard flanked from behind. So we definitely need, the teammates to be like watching each other's back. It's a team game. You don't just have to watch your own back. You have a teammate to help watch your back. So it's really just a communication thing here.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, we need to fix overlays.
Oh, yeah, I'll swap those around. In the meantime, we have the second round going on. Let me just throw it to like a player here.
And we're seeing Plus Ultra again learning they need to press W, taking a few things to heart, but unfortunately unable to really capitalize on that. They know they need to press W, but they're having trouble picking a direction to do it from, and they need to be a bit more cohesive in their pushes right now. we are seeing them just go, and they're on oh, BrainJax does actually get a kill with a Comet before going down. So they may be able to take advantage of that 3v4 they can pull on the point right now. So we see actually Covered Gnome playing pretty far back at the moment.
Payload
Looks like he's just
mobilized.
waiting to push forward onto this team and just get forward. We are seeing Mythic Saber get ready to jump on them from another weak corner. If they did have a threat scan, Plus Ultra had a threat scan, they would be able to see he's alone right there and just jump on him. But he does have phase, so he could get away. So that is another thing they have to worry about. They do, however, get 2 kills, 3 kills. Covered Gnome, Man Bear, and Intellectual all going down.
And Mythic
Maybe
Saber
we'll see a
will
fourth,
follow too.
and
Yep.
we see
A full wipe,
a
and that
clean
payload
team
is
wipe.
gonna move. Finally, we see a great push there by Plus Ultra. So what do they
They were
need to
just
do
kinda
now,
able
Robo?
to-
They need to take
they
up
just
that
need to take some
space.
space, honestly. They need to take some space, and they have to keep BOMBYX at arm's range, just arm's length, because like we can see another flank right here, and just go
Oh,
straight
man.
through. You might be able to get the double right here.
They gotta take him off the payload. He's denying them so much progress. Finally, they do. They shoo him off, and 3 members on. 2 behind, though. They're in a trapped out position here. They're going to have to put some pressure on the payload, otherwise it's going to make it. Oh, they do. Some really good pressure from behind, and the payload is stopped in a really, really good defensive position, too. They have 3 members all the way back to and ready to defend. And again, it's right behind this big structure here, so that's a lot of cover for the defending team to hide behind. It's going to be tough for Plus Ultra to push this out here. See what they do.
Yeah. Plus Ultra again, and learning they need to press W and taking a little bit of that lessons to heart, I guess. They're just doing it. They're gonna be able to get a kill, losing 3 of their members in the progress though. But again, if they're able to take advantage of this 3v4 situation, looks like they did last time as well. They can really make work of this and just get 1 guy.
Yep, they
We
have to
do
stack
need
up
to
and
see
just go right again, make the most of that time. They do.
Yeah, we
They
actually
stack
see
up.
Brain
We see the
switching
boost
off
coming out.
phase.
Oh, they get jumped on halfway out. It's going to be a messy fight here. We have 2 people on the payload trying to get that progress in. We have Biss going down very low, gets taken out. Knife to follow, and Odin goes down too. Some great defense from BOMBYX here. Again, this is
Yeah,
a
we
very
see
tough
BrainJax
position.
on his own, but in the back he may be able to get some. Looks like he's waiting just a little bit. He's just gonna try and jump in that payload.
Payload mobilized.
And he
Oh,
is! He's able to
from
jump on
behind.
that payload!
Oh
and it
man, the
looks
back
like-
cap, he
Oh,
takes
he's
out
able to
cover
get a
too!
kill!
Oh
He's able to
no,
get
they
the
can't
back cap, and he does!
Whew! Amazing play by BrainJax there, just showing up behind, takes out the pick on Covered Gnome, and no one contests, and they get the point.
Yeah, it looks like he phased behind when the rest of Plus Ultra pushed straight out, and they just kind of forgot about him, because like I said again, they don't have threat scan. So he just came in from behind, got a kill, and just pushed that payload in, and then BOMBYX was like, what? Where? Behind? Oh, they just pushed it through.
And it was too
Plus
late,
Ultra
yeah.
did die doing it, but they did get that 2 extra minutes that they sorely needed.
Payload mobilized.
So we're seeing some forward positioning here by BOMBYX, and it looks like they might get punished for this. They do. BOMBYX does get one of their members killed. Then they're gonna get a second one drop, and they'll be able to get another one here. One's just fleeing for theirs live, and Covered gets, or Mythic gets dropped too. But
Yep, a
BrainJax
lot of
actually
members
takes
go
2
down. And it
with
looks
that
like the
comment.
offensive has the advantage for sure. It's a 3v1. They just have to group up together, but they keep on staggering themselves in these fights here. BrainJax goes down, and the respawns come in, so it might be the first real defensive hold here on the second point by BOMBYX. And they are able
Yeah,
to
we see the
stabilize.
meat grinder situation there with BOMBYX just kind of coming in around from all angles, just pushing them into one little tiny box and
Oh
just
no,
crushing them in there.
BrainJax goes in alone and he's forced to phase out. He's not going to have that phase for the next fight, and his team will have to reset. They do, although they boost out in, again, not together, and 2 of members go down really fast. And Odin
Looks
is
like
going
Plus
to
Ultra
die.
is just pressing W and even through the enemy team, and they're just getting crushed for it. While they do have to push forward, they also need to be a little bit more cautious about it. They just can't push blindly through. Like I've said before, and I will keep saying, this is the kind of thing you need threat scan for. You go, okay, we want to kill someone. Where are they? Threat scan, get that guy, kill him. And that works
Oh,
really,
no.
really well. And right now, we're gonna see Biss go down really early in the fight.
We also see them boosting in, but then splitting up a lot, and they have to stay together to support each other. Otherwise, they just are going to get taken out as soon as one person peeks in by themselves, which is what we see happening a lot.
Returning.
We're seeing another under 30-second countdown.
Yep,
here.
another
This is like
2-man
their
boost
last
comes out.
push.
They do get a dead off, but the phase comes in.
Payload mobilized.
And now we have Knight going down. Again, why didn't they just wait for all 4 of them to be there? It was just a little bit of time, but in that time, Knight was already taken down. Odin gets a nice pick on Covered. Brain goes down. Now they're just trading back and forth here. It's anyone's game, but it is... Oh man, Bisk and Odin go down in the end, and a really great hold by BOMBYX.
Round
And that will be BOMBYX's winner, both match and map. That was 2-0 in their favor, with kind of just having a dominant performance in both momentum and just strategy. Plus Ultra just unable to really stay together and move as a unit in some cases. Like, they realized they needed to be more aggressive, but they needed to be more cohesive about how they're being aggressive. Right now they're just going "Rah!" and not really targeting a certain member. Like like I said, like threat scan is really helpful in this case, and like both of these. This game really showed the weakness of not having one. Plus Ultra got flanked in many occasions, or they couldn't find a member to push out from. They went, we don't know where they are, so we're just gonna go. And then when they went and gone, we saw Nova members just jumping on members of Plus Ultra like Bisque and just executing her, and then instantly just 3v4 in the fight. Those are really important picks to start off with, and we just see Plus Ultra getting picked every single time, and they were unable to really get any good pushes, like as a solid cohesive unit. They got 1 or 2 on Fission, and on Surge, they just got completely shut out.
Yep. So that pretty much sums it up. Grouping up, going in together, having a plan, using that threat scanner, knowing where the enemy is, all really important. So great job from BOMBYX taking the match 2-0. That was our first match of Stage 2. There will be many more this weekend, so stay tuned for those. Thanks for tuning in again. Big shout out to our sponsors. Couldn't have done it without you guys. We'll do a quick readout here before we sign off. Shout out to Antlion Audio, VR Cover, VR Lens Lab, Mammoth VR, and Rebuff Reality. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back with some more games tomorrow. Have a good night.